Hey guys, so let's continue the S3 concepts part. Okay, now in this video, I'll just quickly run through how to create a bucket and just a basic stuffs, and then I'll explain you further concepts of S3. Okay, so here, if you click on search for services S3, the first one you'll get, and then click on it. Okay, so now if you remember, as I've already explained you, buckets is nothing but it acts like your directories. Okay, so for example, here I have something like this, AWS recording or module 9 or simple automation, these kind of things are documents, and these kind of things are directories, 1, 2, 3, 4. And inside this, there is some objects would be there. For example, I have, if I double click on Zoom, if I double click on Zoom here, so I got three directories inside this. So I have three objects. Okay, so this is very important to understand. Now now in the right now in my account, I don't have any buckets. Okay, and also I explained, but I mean S3 is a global one. Okay, if you see, or it's not a region based, the entire S3 console itself, it's not a region based. Okay, so that is why what happens is, say for example, now I'll just click on create bucket. Let's go through all these options later, but for now let's create one bucket. Okay, for example, right now my demo online AWS. Okay, Samir, something like this. Okay, now whenever you're creating a bucket, you're going to choose which region the bucket needs to be created, into which region. Okay, for now I'm just choosing AP-South-1, which is Mumbai region, which is closest to me. And don't worry about rest of the things, just hit on create bucket. Okay, now the bucket is created. Okay, now if you're going to create a bucket again, okay, and for example, let's do this. So I'm going to copy the same name here. Okay, so what is that? My demo online, same. I'm just copying this. I'm hitting on create bucket. Okay, and then I'm going to create the, I'm going to give the same bucket name on the same region. First I will try. Okay, then you will understand what I'm trying to tell. So I'm just hitting on create bucket. So it says bucket with the same name already exists. Okay, fine, no problem. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a different region. For example, I'm going to choose Singapore region with the same name, and then scroll down and then hit create bucket. Again, it shows that this bucket name is somebody else is used. So this S3 is a global, and because of that, if you remember, I've already mentioned in the previous video that the bucket names are globally unique. It's like your DNS name. Okay, you cannot have two Microsoft.com or two Amazon.com. Okay, so it's all globally unique. So you need to give a perfect name, and that shouldn't have used by someone else. So that's what, even in a different region as well, it's all global. So if I use South America, and then if I'm choosing the same bucket name, and then if you hit create bucket again, it will give you an error that bucket with the same name already exists. So this is an important concept for buckets. Okay, now I'm going to cancel this. So now we created a bucket which is in Asia Pacific Mumbai region, and the access part and other things and all I'll talk about later. Cool. So the basic component, the first component in S3 is buckets, and the second basic component is something is objects. Okay, so right now, as soon as you Amazon S3, first bucket I created, click on the bucket, then this directly it goes to the objects page, which is 0. Now objects is nothing but your files, list of files, any files, movies, audios, Excel, Word, any kind of log files, anything you can put, any video files. So just to explain you the basic things, for example, now I'm going to upload some files. Okay, we will talk about all these options later in other videos, but just to kickstart, now if you hit on upload, now there is something called files and folders. Here you can add a folder directly and add a files directly. Okay, say for example, if I'm clicking on add files, and then I'm gonna choose some pictures here. So I have moon and nature pictures, so I'm just choosing moon and nature. It's a JPEG picture, so I'm just hitting. So now JPEG is added. Okay, and type is what is a type? Type is an image type, and this is a size, and this is not the folder. It shows hyphen. It means this is just a file. Okay, now if you click on add files, and then if you want, let me go back to, say for example, videos. Okay, so there is another video, some other video called blue sky. So if I want you to show what is this, I'm going to videos, and if I play this, so this is some videos, high definition videos. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this video, and I'm gonna upload this video. So this video is having some file size of 55 MB. Okay, so now go back here and then click on add files, and I'm gonna go back to videos, and then just trying to upload. So that is also will be uploaded. So I'm just collecting all the files. So this is images, what the two files were JPEG, and this is another video type, and now I'm gonna upload something else. So let's see something, go to the documents here, and then okay, I'm gonna upload some PDF. So this is the application PDF something. Okay. So let me try to something else. 1 minute, documents, and then let me go to my downloads folder. Okay, say for example, this is one more PDF. I'm just trying to upload invoice PDF. Okay, and let me go here, and I'm in the downloads folder. Let me try some other. Okay, what is this? This is a Microsoft PowerPoint. So I'm gonna upload some PowerPoint, which is 8 MB. Okay, and now I'm gonna add what else we can add. Okay, so for example, this is some ELB access file, something. It's a 1 KB, leave it. Okay, I'm gonna add this WinZip software. Okay, WinZip file. Okay, so I'm just hitting 1. So WinZip file is added. .pol, which is 8 MB. Okay, and MoboX, okay, sorry, MoboX installer, this is a compressed one, which is 26 MB. So we have a lot of things I've added. Okay, so these many file types I can add it to S3, and if you hit upload, let's see what happens. Okay, now if you see, it's uploading each and everything. Total remaining 2 files, succeeded files, it just keeps. If it's failed, then it'll give you something on the failed column. If all is succeeded, everything will be in green, so we are good. Now if you hit on close, and also before you hit on close, if you scroll down, you will see, okay, all the files were succeeded. See this? So we can upload all kind of files irrespective of the file size, but one object. Okay, for example, if this video file size is 55 MB, one object. So how many objects we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 objects are there. Okay, so as I explained in the previous video, if one object can go with 5 terabyte, if anything goes above 5 TB, then you have to go with a different approach of uploading, which we call it as a multi-part. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Now, so now if I go back here, for example, Amazon S3, and then I'm just hitting this name, then how many objects I have? 3 4 5 6 objects I have, which is different types. So it's all uploaded. Okay, now I want to talk about something real quick. So now if you see this, we have, okay, here we go. So we have how many objects we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So each object will have a key. Okay, for example, if you take blue sky, this will have a key. Okay, so likewise, this will also have a key. 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 So every object will have a key. Okay, now what do you mean by key? Okay, now I'll talk about what do you mean by key. Here, see, I'll just 1 minute, clear all. Okay, here we go. And then, yeah, let me open my whiteboard. Okay, perfect. So let me explain you real quick so you'll understand better. Okay, here we go. Just give me a minute. Okay, set. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, here we go. Cool. So, key is nothing but it is a full path. Okay, key is nothing but it's a full path. Okay, so as I said, each object, okay, will have a key. Okay, so what do you mean by each object will have a key is nothing but, so we have blue sky is one object, invoice is one object, mobile exterm is one object, moon, this is one object, this is one object, this is one object. So each and every one will have something called key. Now what is this key? Key is nothing but key is nothing but key is nothing but full path of the object. Understood? Okay, now key is nothing but it's a full path of the object. For example, now I'm going to this particular blue sky video file. I'm clicking on it. When you click on it, now here's the deal. Now if you see object overview, who is the owner, we'll talk about all these things, but for now we have to look for something, this S3 URI. Okay, I'm copying this. Okay, now I'm going to paste it here somewhere so that we can analyze. So here we go. So now, okay, perfect. Okay, so this is the S3 URI. Now I'm gonna make it in one line. Okay, perfect, guys. Okay, here. Okay, yeah. Just give me a minute. Okay, guys. Now, this is the complete key. Okay, this is the complete key. This is the complete key of the object, okay, which we took. So what is the object name right now? Okay, so basically key is nothing but it composed of prefix plus object name. Okay, so basically key is nothing but key is equal to prefix plus object name. Okay, understand this. Now what is object name? So our object name is, this is our object name, correct? So this is our object name. This is our object name. Okay, and what is our prefix? Prefix is nothing but the same thing here. So this is a prefix. So prefix is this one, your bucket name. So you can get the key. This would be your certification question also sometimes. Okay, so this is one kind of key for an object. Okay, say for example we can take another key also. Okay, so this is a basic concept, try to understand. Now let me do it. So for example, now if you see this, so all these things having the same kind of okay, let me open it, let me open everything so to understand. So I'm opening a notepad, enter. So here control V, this is one object key. I'm opening another object key, copying the S3 URI. This is one more. Now I'm opening the third one, copying the URI. This is another one. moon.jf, S3 URI, and then and then I'm opening the nature one, copying the S3 URI, and then this one, copying the S3 URI. Okay, cool. Now we got how many? 6. All the S3, all the key I got. Okay, I'm opening my whiteboard. So let me explain in another way. Control V here. Now, perfect. Okay, cool. Give me a minute, guys. Okay, so now I got it pasted. Let me expand it a little bit. Okay, cool. Okay guys, so this is our status right now. So we have the S3 object key. Okay, now in this object key, if you ask me, this is the things happening. So this entire part, right? see this entire part, okay, after this slide, this entire part from here, we call it as, okay, this is very important, understand this is object name, object name. Okay, now this part, right, this entire part after s3 colon colon slash slash, then from here to here, from here, okay, this is nothing but your prefix, prefix. Now when the prefix and object name plus, if it gets addition, so the output would be, you will get the output which is nothing but your key. So this is the one. So this one, prefix and object name is equal to key. So key is what? Full path. You understood now? Yeah. Now there is another one. For example, let's do one more thing here. Okay. So far what we did was we created one bucket. Inside the bucket we created objects. So there is something called folder also. Okay. Now let's see. I'm creating a folder. Okay. Now in the folder I'm gonna type all my images files should be coming under folder. Okay. So I created a folder name called images. Now I'm just hitting create folder. When you hit on create folder, if you see, there is a new folder called images is created and the type it shows folder. Okay. Now inside the images, say for example, I'm going to upload some images, add files, and I'm going to upload, okay, say for example, I'm going to upload the same images, moon. Okay, I'm going to upload moon. Okay, so there is only one file here inside the images folder. Uploaded, it is succeeded. I'm just hitting close now. Okay, now just try to understand what is the S3 URI for this. Now I'm hitting images and moon, and here I'm copying the S3 URI. Okay, let me go back to my whiteboard here. So now if I scroll down, okay, now see this. Okay, before that, let me paste it in my notepad. Now what is the difference between this URI and this URI? What is the difference between this key and this key? So this key and this key difference is, after this bucket name, you're getting a folder getting addition, then you're getting the object name. But here, after your bucket name, directly you're getting the object name. Okay. Now how do you define which one is, which one is the prefix and which one is the object name in this? Okay, so always remember, prefix is nothing but the entire thing will come. So prefix is nothing but from here till here, that is your prefix. Okay, you should not add your images folder into your object. No, so object is a final name of a file. Okay, and this entire thing is your prefix. Okay, so let me open a whiteboard again. So I'm just copying this. Okay, and then open it. So say for example, so here in this, so what we are going to do is, if you see the difference here and this one, so if you see the difference here, so these two things, right? So this one will be your object. Okay, and from after S3 colon bucket and then the folder, the entire thing will be your prefix. Okay, which is plus is equal to what? Key. So key is nothing but just a full path. So make sure you are clear with this concept. Yeah, so that is very important. Next one is, as I said, the maximum object size is 5 terabyte. Okay, and key, prefix, object, full path, just make sure that you're getting a confidence on that. Whenever you see something, if somebody is asking you what is that, then you need to make sure that, okay, which is the key and which is the full path, which is the prefix. Okay, cool. So I think that's all for today. We'll continue in the next video, guys. Okay, thank you.